Hi guys. So I did a video a little while ago about the same thing, but I was going to come back on and do another video on it. So these are Silkscreen Stencils, and they are reusable. They are sticky. You can peel them off. They're like stickers. And what silk screening is, if you are unaware, is where you see all the little white parts on here is actually very see-through. And there's a ton of tiny little holes in there. It's just like a screen. And that is where the ink goes when they use these for t-shirts. But these you can also use on cardstock. So I was going to show you this because it is an awesome way to do this. You can get these a lot of times on sale, clearance, you name it. You just wash them off after you're done using them and then put them back on their backing and you're good to go. But anyway, so I was going to show you how this works. And I think I'm going to get a different color for this. So let me do that. So basically what you would need to do this project is whatever cardstock you are going to do this on. Now this is really good for background and decorating things. These come in so many different themes and stuff. So basically you would just take it, it's like a giant sticker, and you would just lay it down on your paper and make sure that you don't have any bubbles. Keep your little backing because you're going to put that back on after you clean your stencil off. But anyways, and then you would just place this wherever you're going to place it. I'm just going to use these to help keep it on the table. Push this back so you can see a little better. And now all you would have to do is take your little ink thing that you use to muck up your edges, and you rub it in whatever ink you want. Again, you can do this in whatever colors you want, and you just go right over the areas that are now that you see. And you can go over this as many times as you want to make it as dark as you want, or as light as you want as you're coming through. The reason I like using these is because the screen that's in here, it helps control the amount of ink that you get on the paper. So like if I do this really, really lightly right there, then I have the stencils very light right there. But if we bring this back down and I go over it another time, a little more, now it's a little darker. So you can control a little more of how dark and how light you do this because the stencil, the screen part of it, prevents you from getting a lot of ink through unless you go over it and over it with your ink blotter. Now that's way different when you're using an actual wet ink for like t-shirts, but for these, I love the fact that I can control how dark I want my stencils designed to be. And so like I will do this part over here really light compared to the other ones. So when I take all of this off, you will see what I'm talking about. And if you just keep going over it over and over, it gets darker and darker. So it all depends on how you want to do your little piece and your screen. Anyways, so after you finish doing that, you can take it off, and there you have it. So it does an amazing job for the background, and you can see where I rubbed it in darker and more, and then lighter, and then much lighter over here. So you can control how light or dark it is a lot better than just using a regular stencil that's completely open and rubbing in the stencil. So I absolutely love these. They're great for making backgrounds for things that you want to use, and they're easy to use. They're sticky. I love the fact that they are sticky. You can put them on. They stay. You don't have to worry about them falling off like I did with this one. It's stuck over on the table on the edges, so it helps kind of keep it on. But you can get all kinds of different themes for this. Steampunk, chains, ephemera. They have all kinds of different ones. You can use all different colors to do this with it. But anyway, so you can use these Silkscreen Stencils for Papercrafts, and I absolutely love using these. So I just wanted to bring that on here again since it's been a while since I did one of these. So I hope that you enjoyed that, and happy cutting, everybody.